Well, so far, we just completed our 11th workout, and I really feel like, each day we've improved. In particular, we got 5 running backs that's going through spring right now, and all those guys are doing a good job. The biggest thing going to spring is with the guys I have right now. When you look at, Jeff Woody and James White, now a little different from a year ago, they bring a lot of experience to the group and a lot of maturity to the group. So they are off to a pretty good start, a really good start. I'm really pleased with the way things are going for those 2 guys. And then the younger guys, when you look at DeVondrick Nealy and Rob Standard, it's just work in progress. Those guys are picking up the offense as well as we to be expected. With the older guys, I just like those guys to get a little bit smarter with their play. What I mean by getting smarter, understanding the defense a little bit more, understanding what they see on the field, recognize what they see on the field, and be able to make adjustment on the move. I just think he's a lot older, so he understands what we're asking of him right now. He's the guy that every day he goes out there, he tries to give you a good day's work. I mean, Coach used the expression, all in. He's the expression, give it up, and I really feel like, James White give it up every time he's out there on the practice field, whether he's in the meeting room. He continues to try to find a way to improve as a player. Well, I think, when we go back and look at the film, we'll see a lot of guys did a lot of good things. I think, we getting better, at the quarterback spot, of course. And what I mean by that, for is trying to check the ball down and put the balls in and take the throws that they have. I thought they did a pretty good job. Obviously, we had some turnovers that we got to correct and those type of things. You look at James, I was excited about the explosive run he made right there about the mid-part of practice. And you look at Jeff Wood, he's just a physical guy. You got to love, the way he approached the game for he used his talent to his advantage, and that's the thing that will make us a lot better football team, because I feel like we have some guys. It's my job to be able to put the right guys on the field at the right time. So we got some guys that all have they're all a little different. James White a little bit more explosive. Jeff Woody bring you the power game, and that's what's I think will make us a really good football team. And then you look at Nealy and Standard, and in particular Nealy, he's doing some things that he gets you excited about, because he's a fast twitch guy, he's an explosive guy, and he's still learning. So we'll learn a lot more about him the next 4 workouts. I think we've done a real good job of trying to get the ball to him in the passing game. I really feel like, a year ago, we didn't get him the ball in the passing game nearly enough. I feel like going into this year, we'll have an opportunity to get the ball in their hands, and I think that's going to make us a lot improved football team going into the fall. He didn't surprise me because he's an explosive guy. He made a nice run first when he got there on a little, what we call a little kind of hand sweep type play, and he did a nice job of cutting up. And his biggest asset really is, when I use the word fast twitch, he can stick his foot in the grass and make a quick movement and that kind of stuff like that. And that's what's going to make him the type of player we need to play for us next fall. So the good thing about it, I feel like if we get anybody with a little nick and bruise, we'll have enough depth that we can, when I say win, we can win with those guys. And I really do feel like I have 5 guys we can win with. And we got to continue on being a lot more physical. If I had to say anything about the group I coach, I want them to be a little bit more physical, and I want the people in the stands to be able to see that we got a bunch of physical guys. That's what we got to do. If we're going to improve as a football team, we have to improve there first.
Where's he at?
Tell you what, Shontrelle's come on real well, kind of surprised me last week. We had our clinic last week, and what we do for the high school coaches, we always go put on a little demonstration for the high school coaches, some of the drills that we go through. Well, I didn't realize he was going to come out there and go through drills, and he, as I say, he had fresh legs. He really looked good. He is fast twitch as ever before. If we get him back, and I hope we get him back, he'll be a pleasant surprise for us.